Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. I will begin this class with the Thirukkural and I will be teaching you the perspective of accompanying songs in Kanda, Chapu, Thalam, the different placements. I'll give a perspective. While I do Kanda, Chapu, I'll also cover Misra Jambai, Kanda Ekam, the similar of 5 beats. In this class, we'll also see the other perspectives. Ariyavatrul Yellam Aride, Periyare Peni Tamaraha Kolal. What is the meaning of it? Periyore avargatku oppanavattrai seidhu thammavaraga aakikolluthal oruvar perakkodiya sirandha perugal yavattrukkum migachiranthadagum. So what Tiruvallur mentions here is whatever is pleasing to the elders who are respectful and wisdom people, and they will actually start liking you, and if you are part of their association, a lot of good things will happen in your life, and that's what is a good thought which has been depicted in this Thirukkural. I'll enter into the class. The last class we saw the varied positions most frequently used, I would say, in Misra Chapu Thalam. We have seen the approach of how to go about it. I also extended my learnings to Tisra Jathi Tirupati Thalam Orukalai and also the Rendukalai. I also taught you the way of how you have to collaboratively refer to Adi Thalam. When I say Tisra Jathi Tirupati, I always relate to Chatusra Jathi Tirupati Thalam. You can also relate to Kanda Jathi Tirupati Thalam. So again now, you can do the mapping and tailor it, customize it to whatever the thala you're going to play, and you can use almost the similar examples, and only the frills and the later working of the mathematics will change. Accordingly, once when you know what are the forms of 3 beats, what are the forms of 4 beats, what are the forms of 5 beats, if you know that, you can play accordingly those patterns very quickly, 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever you learn, you can apply it very quickly. So it's important to learn collaboratively, to learn from other thalas. Today we are going to deal with very quickly, because in Kanda Chapu there is not much scope, because if you look at Misra Chapu itself, the scope got shrunk because it's 3.5 beats in which we found out three different levels. We got reduced from Adi Thala forms to Misra Chapu Thala. Only 3 forms. In Adi Thala we had many other forms. We learned about 6 of them. So here in Kanda Chapu Thala it is Taka is only Aredam is the only prevalent only one place there. Taka be taka jun taka dinata taka dinata taka dina. The half a beat later than the start is the only position in Kanda Chapu which is frequently used, I would say. The learning which means din taka dinata taka dinata taka dinata di kitatum tadi kitatum tadi kitatum taka di taka jun taka taka din ta taka taka din ta din ta din ta. So this is the only place here. So you can use any korvai after din or dimi or takadimi. Din takadimi taka junno, dimi takadimi taka junno. These are the 3 places in Kanda Chapu Thalam. But let's look at Kanda Ekam. So So 2.5 beats, when it gets multiplied, it is Kanda Jadi Ekathala. In Ganda Ekathalam, again, you can compare it with Adi Thalam because 3 beats lesser, but taka tadum tadum taka taka tadum tadum tantangada 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 tam. You can use that. Tadik keta tanta tadum tantangada tanta tikada tantangada tanta tingada tantangada tanta dim. So it's applicable for Sunduval Aradam in Ganda Ekam or Arayadam in Ganda Ekam. You can use that. Tadum tadum tangada 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 tam. Tadik keta tadum. So these two positions, and if there are any special kritis in Monutali in Ganda Ekam also, you can use the same logic as Ayadana. Takitata tadum tantangada tantangada takitata tadum takitata tadum tantangada tantangada. You can use that special aspects there. Again, in the Rendukalai of Ganda Ekam, you can use the same concept of Kaladam, Marayadam, Mukaladam because it's again the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the Rendukalai Thalam. In this, if you want to, if you are given a special song is there for Kaladam or Arayadam, I am going to give you a solo for Mukaladam in Kanda Jadi Ekathalam. You should not be frightened. You should use the logic of Adi Thalam and try to play this Kanda Chapu Korve, anything. So, for example, Taditta. So, okay, let's try this. Tangada Taditta, Tadikita, Tangada Taditta, Tadikita, Taditta, Tadikita, 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 Tadum. You can easily play a Korve starting from the place any Kanda Chapu Korve. So the advantage is, so the learnings, whatever you should know the positions, and if it's in the different complicated positions, you should know the mathematics behind it, and whatever is left out, you can suitably play a Thirmanam after you show that place. So Kanda Jadi Ekathalam has also, Rendukalai has got a scope of Kaladam, Arayadam and Mukaladam. The same concept if you go extend it to Misra Jadi Champathalam, again it is again 10 aksharas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So since it's single Urukalai, you can again Arayadam, Sundavarla Arayadam and Moonuthalli can be befittingly fitted. Whatever is there in Adithalam, you can do the direct mapping. Takata dum tadum, dandaka dandaka dinatam, dandaka dandaka dinatam, dandaka dandaka dinatam. In Misra Jamba, you can play that. I'm giving you only examples. You can play any Thirmanam for 6 or 7.5 or 5 or 4, 3, whatever the frills you have prepared, you can use those approaches. Again, Misra Jadi Jampai in Rendukalai, the same concept of Kaladam, Adam, Arayadam, Mukaladam. Because once when you go into Rendukalai, it's all the same. Takata, takata, dum. Takadinata, dum. Tad, dum. Tankata, tad, dum. These are all the 3 different positions. And if you master that, and anywhere if you want to play the Rendukalai, the same logic can be applied. More or less the same logic can be applied. If the song pattern is something little different like tat, dum, they take it differently, you choose that pattern. That's why I told you Lakshya Jnanam and Lakshana Jnanam. Lakshana Jnanam is whatever I teach. Lakshya Jnanam is if it's in different way, hey, my master has taught you only tat, dum, I should play every time tat, dum. It's not that. So you should learn the techniques and adapt to yourself according to the needs, and however it's improvised by the composer, accordingly you should be able to adapt yourself. That's the intelligence which you should display all the time. So with this, I think it concludes the positional now playing in varied thalas, especially in Adi Thalam. Rupaka Thalam, I covered it while I was doing Sangirna Chapu, and I was doing a collaborative study where Adi Thalam, Tisra Nadai cycle, Rupaka Thalam, Rendukalai, and in Tisra Nadai what are One Thalli, Rendu Thalli. We saw varied space shift positions we learned during those collaborative learning of Sangirna Chapu, Adi Thalam, Tisra Nadai, Rupaka Thalam, Rendukalai, all those things we learned in Rupaka Thalam and Kanda Jadi, Tripura Thalam. Because it's all factors of 3, we learned that. So Rupa Thalam was covered there. Today we covered Adi Thalam varied positions. We saw the Moonu Thallis in Adi Thalam, Rupakam and Misra Chapu. We saw in Kanda Chapu what are the positions. Because Kanda Chapu is 2.5 beats, it's only one position, which is more prevalently used. But there may be special kritis where they may take it takati, bitaka, junna, ta. In the from the back also they might take, but don't get alarmed. So you have to look at that position, and to that position you need to work out and play. That's all. It's no big deal. So it's just have to use your mathematics, because I've taught you enough mathematics. It's part of my academy. I've taught you so many things. So you just have to work out, re-engineer back, and you need to fill the frills to that position. If you can do that, then that will be wonderful. So what we will do is we will do a sort of a homework of different positions and how you can arrive at multiple frills to reach the positions. That will be a homework. For example, I will say at this position, half a beat, I want to get you to some sort of a 3/5s or a 3/6 or a 3/7 or 3/10s. Or I want you to tell a chorway after this to land to this position. I might ask you to land to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this half position. I want you to land a particular sort of a 3-phrased combination of phrases or a chorway, and we will try that. We will have a workshop at different positions, how people can come and arrive at on the spot some mathematics and arrive at it. And that will improve you and give you confidence. Whatever the position the person is singing, you'll be able to play it on the fly. So that will be a workshop. A workshop that will come out with different ideas, magnificent ideas. People will have how to go about it. I can go with the Rupaka Thalam, Tindikalai, or in 35 thalas I'll choose some big complicated thala. You can work out some mathematics of Adi Thalam Korvai. Tell me an Adi Thalam Korvai in Sangirna Jadi Dhruva Thalam from this point. If I ask you, should not get alarmed. Should know what it is, know the mathematics, work out. And then what if I play one time, I get to that point? What if I play 3 times, if I get to that point? All these are research work. So that's the real learning. So we will have some workshops organized 1 week or 2 weeks workshop where we can come out with interesting combinations and different nadais as well, and see how people can enrich their knowledge in their own unique way. So concluding this class, I'll see you in the next class with some more perspectives of better ideas, and we will see how it goes. We'll conclude this class with the Tirukkural. Tammin Periyar Tamara Olugudal Vanmayul Gellam Thalai. What is the meaning of it? Tamminum Arivil Membatta Periyore Sutramaga Kondu Avar Vadiyil Nadathal Oruvarkuriya Valimaigal Ellavattrukkum Sirandha Valimayagum. A person who is more knowledgeable than you and who is also respectful, you should always lean on them, on their knowledge, and if you could do that, a lot of good things will happen in your life and you will never go wrong. And that's the crux of this Tirukkural. With this, I'm concluding this class. We will see some special aspects in level 5 learnings in the next class. Until then, Povanur RVA signing off.